I see you did. You trying to get
There
the
you
jump on
are.
me, everybody. Don't. Here we go.
So, did you
All
decide
right. I got
what you're
my,
going to be painting on your box today or your canvas?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Georgia State flower called Cherokee Rose.
Ooh, nice.
But
Very
it's not
nice.
just a rose. You know mine. It's not just a rose. It's a landscape. It's everything.
Right, that's right. Is that what you call it? That's perfect.
I think I already did a flower and nothing else. That's out of my realm. This is back in my
Yeah.
realm. Even though it's flowers, gonna
Right.
have trees and
Well,
trees and grass and bushes and clouds and all that stuff.
yeah, got it
The
all in
background.
there. Well, welcome everybody. I'm very excited today to do the state box with everyone. And I see a bunch of people coming in saying Oklahoma, Alabama, we've got Georgia. Paintings
Georgia.
by Randall is here as our guest. And I just absolutely love this. This is going to be a hoot. And so when you come in, tell us where you're from and what state you're representing. And then we're just going to get going. And since everyone's doing
I,
a different box,
I got
you
a
just do it
question.
on your own. If you have
I got a
questions, just
question.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What music are you? My question is, what music are you playing?
Well, if you listen carefully, you hear piano music in the background.
I hear birds. Is that
Yeah,
what you
there's
mean? I
birds
hear
in there.
birds chirping.
There's birds in there
Yeah.
too. I'll put it up a little
Cool.
bit if I need to. So you're painting just dry. No music today, Randall.
Yeah, I'm going in dry. It's gonna
Yeah.
be ugly.
So Randall here, I'm sure he did a freehand on his sketch, but I went ahead and printed out some ideas that I had. Our flag is bizarre. We've got like this Amazon woman standing over her enemy that she just slayed. So I'm like, hooah!
Okay
But I didn't
then.
want to
Go
spend that
girl.
much time. So I just went simple with the little Virginia flag. So let's get started. Welcome everybody. If you have questions for Randall or for I, just shoot them out there, and Sherry from Kentucky can help you. Also, Shannon, if she is available, she can help you answer questions if we don't see them. All right? All right, let's go. All right, what are you going to do first?
I'm gonna
Randall,
I'm gonna
what are
I'm
you
gonna
going to do?
I'm gonna put some blue back here. I'm gonna mix some blue together. Put some blue background. Try to go
Mm-hmm.
around these leaves and not hit them and stuff. And I think.
And you're still working with the oils today?
You know what, girlfriend?
Your oils? You're working with oils?
You know
Not
that.
acrylics. Yeah, I got you.
Oil.
Oil all the way. Okay.
I'm the old man. I'm the old man from the Sudan. That's me. All right, I'm gonna get rocking here.
Alrighty. We'll put that up a
I
little
need
bit.
to mix my colors. Okay. Yeah, I won't be able to finish this thing online because you don't stay online long enough.
That's true. I don't. And to me, it
you don't.
feels like I've
Yeah,
been
you
here
don't
too
see it.
long, you know?
Yeah, I
But
know
you'll
what you
paint
mean.
all day long.
You know it. And I'll be wore out this evening, and I'll just be chatting with you because I'll be too tired to do anything else.
I'm going to shut this music off
All
because
right.
it's interfering. I can't hear you. Okay.
That
All
flower I
right.
did, that thing wore me slap out. And I was like, holy crap. I was so tired.
Right.
Couldn't believe it.
Arkansas
Yeah.
is here. Yay. So we have Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Virginia, Texas, maybe, and Kentucky.
Okay, let's
Sweet.
see.
Let's do it. So I'm just using some unicorn spit and putting it straight on top of the box, but I'm going to mist it first.
So what I'm doing wrong. I'm already starting off wrong. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. Why? What happened?
But I didn't. I need to put. I usually put like if I'm doing a picture like this, I put some white with some linseed oil mixed together
Right.
to
Get
give
it
it
to be
like
able to
like a
move.
magic. Yeah, like a magic white, so it don't go when I'm trying to put paint on
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? So I got to do that real quick. But that won't take long.
Well, you didn't get very far.
No, not far at all, and I'm glad. I'm glad I
Yep,
remembered.
exactly.
Could have been bad.
Could have been real bad.
Yes, it could have been. Let's see, I guess
So if you guys are just coming in, Randall is here from Paintings by Randall. He is an oil painter and has been painting for what, 20 years. So he is working on a canvas to represent Georgia. And I am working with Unicorn Spit. I've been an artist for 30 years, just self-taught, and my mama taught me. But anyway, I'm working with Unicorn Spit, and my substrate is a treasure box. And you can get these boxes Hobby Lobby, Amazon, wherever, Walmart, even Dollar General has them now. And they're just fun to make, and they're beautiful gifts. So that's what we're doing today. If you want to grab something to paint on, have a seat and start deciding what your box is going to look like.
Melanie is a fantastic artist. You can learn a lot if you're in there. There's a lot of people who are into acrylic and don't want to tackle oil, and she can show you how it's done. She can show you how it's done.
Thank you. Don't know about that.
State the fact, girlfriend. State the fact.
Well, I just lost the shape of my state. So.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm in trouble.
I said, that could be ugly. That's all I'm saying. I'm just hoping for the best.
This hippie, how are you? Welcome.
Hey, hippie, what's up, girl? What's happening? I am glad you are here. I hope all my friends show up. So I told them I made a video too, Melody, to let everybody know what's going on. So I'm hoping a lot of people show up and with their paint, and let's do some painting, man.
That's exactly right, Randall. That's what I was hoping too. That everyone would just have at it, have a good time doing that.
It's a good thing to do because it's something anybody can do. Everybody lives in a state or in a territory or in a province, which is all the same thing. So.
Yeah, I called Virginia a territory. I couldn't remember Commonwealth. And Sherry, Sherry, she's nice. My sis. And she just started cracking up. She said it's not a territory. And I was like, oh, it's a Commonwealth.
It's what it is. Who cares? Right?
Whatever.
We know what's going on.
Mama Dawn, you're right. No mistakes, just happy accidents. We are good. I'm glad you're doing pretty good. Pretty good. There's room for improvement. Okay, then. I'm going to send good stuff your way today.
Hopefully this white won't take off my drawing, my sketching, like yours did. But so far so good. We'll see what happens.
What color blue is that?
This is just a Penthalio blue mixed with white. But I'm gonna have to mix it with more white because I want a really, really light sky blue in the background. But then I'm gonna have right here. I'm gonna have a lattice with the flowers on it too in the background.
Oh, right. I love lattice work.
And then instead of have the bright flowers up close right here, like they're hanging down in front of you, like right here.
That sounds gorgeous.
Back here in the back gonna be trees and all that kind of stuff.
And I'm just slapping on gray and white paint.
I thought about putting Stone Mountain in there, and I still might.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever heard of Stone Mountain?
Yep.
You ever heard of Stone Mountain?
Yeah.
That's the largest granite mountain in I think in the world. Maybe I know in the United States. I'm not sure. Okay, that's good. Okay.
It'll improve once I get off work. Perfect.
Let me see. I didn't put enough in there. I'm about to run out. I need to get a store.
You guys, if you're working with the unicorn
Um,
spit and it starts sticking, just spritz a little bit of water on there and it'll get moving again. Fabulous product.
I had somebody ask me about the bubbles when you do a resin.
Yeah,
How do you pop? How do you get rid of the bubbles?
I use either a torch or a heat gun, and
See, I thought you told me you just used to pop them sometimes.
yeah, and
Can you
that
can you just
just the
pop them?
kitchen torch usually.
I don't know if you I don't know if you can just use like a toothpick or something and pop it.
Um, yeah, I can, but I if it's not in a mold, if I'm doing resin that is on a treasure box or a canvas, I will
Yeah,
use this torch.
yeah, it looks dangerous.
No, it's a
Okay,
kitchen torch. It's for creme brulee. It's
I'm just saying,
fine.
it just look like in the wrong hands that looks like it could be emergency.
It was a little intimidating to start using it. I was a little scared, but I
Right.
realized it was fine. So
Yeah, after you just went for it, it turned out all right. Then yeah, sometimes you just got to go for it.
yeah, true
Hope for
enough.
the best. Come on, come on, baby, don't take my flower away. I don't want to have to sketch like I did in the last flowers and just go for broke. That was not good.
Texas is here. Yay. Welcome, Texas. Okay, so how I did this, if anybody's doing their treasure box today, how I did this with is just by printing a picture and then using the tracing paper. It's so old school, I know. I don't have a Cricut. I don't do things like that. So I just do it old style when I want to just make it simple, and then I can go ahead and embellish whatever I want. But so that's what I did. I started with a raw box. I didn't have any gesso on it. I used a permanent marker for the state and the lettering. And then I just put white unicorn spit and gray over the top. And now I can begin to do the rest of my art. And that's what the process was for this.
Yeah, I know how fast you are.
Welcome.
I gotta go quick. You hear me? I know how fast you get off of here, so I gotta go quick, girl.
Take
But
your
usually I
time.
stay a while, so I'm in no hurry most of the time.
Enjoy the
You know
process.
what I mean? I enjoy it anyway. It doesn't matter if I go quick, and I'm used to going quick, but I try to slow down for people who aren't used to going quick. You know what I
Right?
mean? And they
Welcome,
tell me
Rick.
all the time. They tell me all the time, you go too fast. I can't keep up. I'm like, okay. So I try to slow down when if I can. You know?
I think it's fun to watch people paint, but it is hard to paint at the same time and watch them
Right.
for me.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I didn't trace this, but I am thinking I want it on the box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can wing it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just
and
blocking
just
some color to start with. So what I'm
start.
gonna do is just block in some color and then go to town.
Say what?
I'm just gonna block in the colors
Yep,
and then go after it after that.
yep. I'm doing the same kind of process over here with spit.
Right. Okay. Just move this out of the way. Let's get that here.
And so like with the rest of the treasure boxes, you just come over the edge so that it continues the image and marries the top of the box to the bottom.
Okay.
And of course, we'd be adding a lot more detail.
Hey, Sherry. You can't see me over here?
Oh, there's Sherry. Hey, Rainy Day.
Hey, girlfriend, glad you're here.
I think Alabama was the first one that showed up. Well, Georgia, and then Alabama.
Fixing to make you have it, girlfriend. Okay, we're going to put some bushes right here. Down in some grass. Now, did you sand that box down or just plain box that you just start like that?
I did not sand it. It was pretty smooth. I just went with it.
Okay. Just wondering. Sure, some of the people that's following my lead was wondering a little bit. I know I was.
So I'm just winging it now. Put a little bit of gray. When you're making wood, if you don't know, this is what helps me. When I'm making wood, I like several different colors in the base of it. I like brown, grays, yellow ochre, anything like that, that eventually when you touch it for the highlights with some white, those colors, because it's unicorn spit, will be reactivated and those colors will come up through the branch and it ends up to be a very cool look. So add a few colors, don't just make it brown. And then you'll see what I'm talking about if you give that a go. I sanded my horses off my other treasure box. You will understand. That's so funny, Sherry. I do understand.
I really need to clean this palette so I can see what colors is what. I'm telling you. It's been messed up for a while now. Yeah, let's put some, let's say, here.
Okay, now I'm going to add some white. These are just little tea bottle caps, and they're perfect for little miniature palettes when you just want to add certain colors but at certain times. So you can just squirt a little bit in that so it doesn't dry out and you don't waste it. And then just put it on from there, these little baby palettes. So cute. And if you don't have unicorn spit, just do the same process with your acrylics. Because if you went out and looked at a branch, you're going to find all sorts of colors in there. You're going to find greens and browns and whites and yellows. So now that's a statement, Sherry, that I haven't heard before. I sanded my horses off. Thanks for the likes. Randall, you're awful quiet. Are you concentrating?
All the time, girlfriend. I am all the time concentrating. You kidding? Okay, I should have moved this over because that's gonna look weird. So I'm gonna move it over here, make it a big tree. I don't want it to cover up this lattice right here. It's gonna be back behind it. You know, get all your basics in. Get all your basics first. This tree's gonna be back here. That's gonna be white. So I just want to put a little brown to highlight it up. So gonna I'll come around, girl. Don't worry. I ain't gonna be quiet forever. Then you're gonna be wishing I'd shut up.
So if you haven't followed us before, this is Unicorn Spit I'm working with. It's a gel stain. This particular one is actually a little bit of Lemon Kiss and a little bit of the whitening and Floetrol. So I just had a bottle that was empty, and so I mixed it up in that. And it's very cool. It'll give you cells because of the Floetrol and the Unicorn Spit. Don't know if that's a normal thing, but I like it. So I like to use it. I'm going to try it on the petals because I don't want a real defined flower. I want it kind of loose. So we'll see.
How small really though. I want this to be straight if at all possible. Probably not possible, but we'll see.
And I don't know if you can see, but all I'm doing is just kind of mushing in 3 separate little circles with the end of a flat square brush. And it just kind of ends up looking like flowers. Just one. You could do 4. If you have a bigger flower, you want to get a little more detailed, but you don't have to.
Okay. Come up here. Get me with some green on my tiny brush and see what we can make happen.
There goes the magic.
Think about that. Sometimes it's just plumb scary.
To make the little skinny branch lines, I like a palette knife. You can just get it really precise. Just dip it in the Unicorn Spit and let it drag down. It's very nice.
When you're doing mine, if you just have bushes, all you got to do is get a palette knife where the point is. You can scratch out limbs and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
You can just scratch it like some of my paintings.
Yes.
You see these, like right here, I'll show you. You see those right here on that bush right here?
Yes.
Those are all just scratched with a palette knife.
Love it. Yes, that's excellent. Good
works
tip.
Really good. It works. I'm gonna have to get some black with that. That ain't gonna work right there. That's just too green. Give me one of those.
Once I dotted the center, then I just take my finger and dab it. That one didn't have enough dot in it, so it got lost. So try that again.
they're saying I'm not liking the way
Gives you a little bit more of a realistic flower.
Don't like the way that's happening. We'll get here. How's yours going? Let's see.
Well, it doesn't look like dogwood yet.
Yeah, it's looking all right.
It's coming along.
far,
Let me
so
see
good.
yours.
Looks back.
Wait, let me see yours. Hold it up.
Hold on.
Oh, wow. You're a
Can you see
long
it?
ways. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. It's a lot of handwork involved in this bad boy here.
Yep.
A lot.
I'm going to
I
make
need
my
to have my
flowers
camera where you can
bigger.
see it.
So, add a little rose.
Is that better? Right there? Can you see it
That's
better right there?
perfect. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
I'm sure if it works for you, it'll work for them too.
I hope.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. If it don't work, y'all don't be shy. Just yell out.
Exactly.
What's wrong with
Zeke1
you, buddy?
Farid.
Fancy
Thank
crap.
you so much. Oh, Bella, thanks. Welcome, guys. Yep, Randall is working with oils, doing floral with some lattice work. He went for it, and
And a landscape.
yes, landscape.
It will be a landscape.
And I'm working with unicorn spit, doing a Virginia box.
Tell people who don't know what that is, because I couldn't tell them what it was.
The unicorn spit is a gel stain. It doesn't have any polymer in it, so it doesn't bond, doesn't have that glue thing like the acrylics do. But it comes in fabulous, vibrant colors. They have sparkling colors, and now they have metallics that you can find at Michael's. So that's cool. But it's activated with water, so it acts like a watercolor. But you can add it to acrylics, alcohol inks. You can mix that together. You can use it in your resin. Just mix some in with your resin, less than 10% compared to your resin. And it's just a fabulous stain. And if you want to make like fairy wood stuff, then you just put it right on after you mist your wood in all sorts of different colors and wipe it, and you're just going to gasp, especially when you resin it. It's the best thing I've found in a long time, I have to say. And Facebook has an official Unicorn Spit, it says official group. Go there if you're interested to learn about Unicorn Spit, because to me it is a little pricey, so you might want to see it first. But go there and join, because they're the ones that created the stuff. And so they know everything about it. And they have a lot of different people trying it in different ways, which is always interesting to me to see. So check that out. Thank you. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. They are pouring on the love, Randall.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Good people.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone for being here and hanging out. I hope you're grabbing a paintbrush and going painting with us. That's what I'm hoping for.
Absolutely.
I'm all about showing people what to do if they need some help. That's what it's all about. Help out your fellow artists. That's my thing. That's what I love more than anything.
Well, I know they have colored dogwood, so I guess mine's colored. And Sherry, you're right.
We
It
have
is
pink
scented.
ones down here. We have white and pink down here mostly.
Dogwoods. Yeah. Yes, it's scented. The regular is scented with lemongrass, and I believe, and also jasmine. So, and it's non-toxic. It just stains really bad. So put gloves on. And you can actually use it on fabric. You just put a stencil down or just spray it or paint your stuff and then Scotch guard it after it dries like 5 times. Scotch guard it, but it won't be crunchy. And then you can wash it. And how cool, you can make mushrooms on your jeans or whatever. Randall, you could make mushrooms on your jeans. What? Maybe not.
If you say so, girl, I'll take your word for it.
All right, I'm going to try this. Like I was going to say stupid bird. It's not a stupid bird. I'm going to try this cardinal. Here we go.
You can do it, girl.
Man, painting in red, though, and messing up is so scary. No fear. We're going to have a no fear zone.
I don't care. When I do sunsets, I got red up there. I just go for it, man. Go for broke. It happens, it happens. You know?
All right. Hey, Shannon, welcome.
About time. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's not like you have a gazillion other things you need to be doing.
And you don't have like a million children to take care of them.
Right.
Hanging out. Just like drinking coffee and sitting outside watching it rain. That's what we're doing here. It's pouring rain all day. That's why I'm able to do this. So that's a good thing.
It is. Very good thing.
Yes. I love not working. That's my goal. My goal is not to work and enjoy doing what I do. This is what I enjoy doing. So, everybody's wondering. I'm trying to do all the leaves first, and then I'll do the stems, and then because the flowers are white, so then they have gold inside. It's a state flower of Georgia, which is the Cherokee Rose, which symbolizes the Trail of Tears that the Indians had to walk to Oklahoma on, and the gold part is representative of the first gold rush in the United States was in Dahlonega, Georgia.
Huh. Very cool.
Yeah. You get a history lesson too. That's what I'm saying.
Well, my husband is part Cherokee, and he is of the Eastern Band Cherokee. And those are the ones that hid out in the hills and didn't do the Trail of Tear walk.
Yeah,
so,
that's what my family did too, because I'm part Cherokee, and they went to North Carolina.
Yep, absolutely. Isn't that? That's so cool.
They said they weren't going to do it. They said they weren't going to do all that walking.
Yep, they were not.
They're smarter than the average Cherokee, apparently.
I just thought it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, I'll tell you. I've done a lot of reading up on that. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was. We better get back to painting.
Well, I ain't slowed down, girl.
Hey, check out my bird. My cardinal's coming along.
Look at you. You go, girl. I'm waiting on that thing to chirp any minute now.
Yeah, but my flowers are huge now, so I don't know. Whatever.
Mine are big anyway. My flowers are going to be the biggest thing on here. But the bird's looking good. Not bad at all.
The scary part.
Yeah, tell me. The scary part, this is the hard part for me. Flowers, I don't think it's going to be so bad. I got feeling the blue behind the flowers, and behind the small little limbs that hold the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to be the hard part for me, is putting that blue back behind it where it don't look weird. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Got to come back with white
I do
lattice.
know.
But I got to do white lattice on this brown thing I got right here. Because I had to make it brown because the canvas is white. So I had to do something first and then come back with white on it.
Right.
Well,
Well, you're just blocking that in so you know where it's at,
right,
you know?
right. That's what I'm trying to do. But I didn't want to paint the flower and then try to pull it behind it. That's just too hard to do. I mean, I
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
it,
it is.
but it's no fun. You know what I mean? You can do it, but boy, it is no fun at all.
Yep. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, we are doing a state box, whatever state you live in. And you can do it any way you want. You can put your flag on it, or your flower, your fish, your dog, your whatever represents your state, or just the feeling of your state. Like Sherry is Kentucky, so there's lots of horse racing and there's green and fences, and it's beautiful. So, anyway, she's been working on something like that.
And there's Kentucky bourbon.
There is that. I've seen her box. I don't think it has a bourbon bottle on it yet.
Too bad. They're known for that, you know. Kentucky's known for having good bourbon. I'm just saying.
I'm going to add some black around the little face of my cardinal.
So you're saying that's gonna be a male?
Why is the male black?
The male has a black face. The female does not. The males are always prettier when you're talking about birds. They're always like that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. See the things you learn painting with
Well,
me. See what happens?
I think the males are always brighter colored, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yes, they are. Because I got to attract the female. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
they have to have something.
Yeah, gotta have something, man. They just can't go wandering through life with nothing. That's all I'm saying.
It might later, Sherry said.
I had to draw the stick so I can see what's going on.
I'm painting with a toothpick right now.
Yeah, use whatever you can, man. I've
That's
used
that's the truth.
I've used Q-tips, toothpicks, whatever I can get my hands on. That will work. Whatever works.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about. You don't have to grab no paintbrush every time you go to do something. And more than likely, it ain't gonna turn out well. Okay, I'm gonna bring a stick up to there. I'm gonna put here. Yeah, that's bad about because I talk to myself all the time. Seems like when I paint, it's like I'm convincing myself that's what I need to put there. You know what I mean?
I do. I really do.
I said, no, no, don't do that. You know? So I was like, but you told me you wanted it there.
That's right.
Yeah. So I need to put okay. More black, man. Of this, I'm trying to make this green really black. So when I come out with a highlight, it's really going to show out. You know, it's not going to
Mm-hmm.
just be kind of creepy. I don't want it looking all so light green. You know, I like different colors in the leaves, like a dark and a light. That makes me a lot. Whoops, whoops. And when you're painting, whoops is never good. By the way, y'all. So I let you know when if you hear a whoops in somebody's paint, that's a good time to look up. Not pretty, man. Kind of like I just did, like I did the whoops a minute ago. I even had to stand up for this one.
It's funny because usually I'm sitting here talking, and instead I'm just listening to you. I don't know what the people are doing. I hope they're painting.
I hope they're painting too. I look down every once in a while.
Me too. I look over. Sherry's got it. Shannon was there. So they're just visiting. That's good.
Yeah. Well, after you raise 4 children, your voice tends to go soft. You don't want to yell anymore.
Right.
Somebody said my voice is soft, and I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you don't want to yell anymore. You're tired of doing all that kind of stuff, you know. Okay, we got a lot of leaves to do, man. I put leaves all the way down the side of this canvas. Because I wanted that floral all the way down the side of it. You know, the vines with the leaves all the way down to here.
Right.
Then I got petals here, a petal here, and I got more vines down here.
That'll be
It's gonna
beautiful.
be hooking. It's gonna be hooking to a stick. It's gonna kind of go, you know, the stick that holds the flower, you know, the vine or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And I think, and this right here, I'm gonna have to. This is grass, but these will jump to see that tell this color, and this is green, but this is gonna be a lot lighter, and it's gonna have the leaves are gonna have little streaks in them. So on the edge of the leaves, you're gonna have white, so you'll be able to make out what's there and what's grass and what's leaves.
Oh, that's smart.
It's kind of like
That's
when I
good.
did the rose one, how I left that little thin line all the way around it
Yeah. Yep.
on the green, so you could separate and see what was what.
It really made such a difference.
It doesn't take much sometimes. Sometimes it's just a
No.
little bitty thing that makes it from okay to good. You know,
Yep.
that's all it takes. Well, I'm glad y'all are here. Welcome in. Tap the screen for
Yeah.
Melody. Tap that screen for Melody over there because she's awesome. Hit it for her.
And Randall.
Tap it away. Garrett, share it with your friends. Let them know about her. This is her. This is her. I'm just a guest. This is her time slot. She got it going on. Tell your friends about her. Come up on, check it out.
I think the same people that follow you follow me for the most part. And I thought it would be kind of cool because we do have some that don't cross over. So that's neat,
Right.
you know.
That's true. But you know, most people like art. That's what's so cool about it.
Yeah,
I
even if they
remember
don't do art themselves,
right.
you
There's a lot of
know.
people just love art. You know, they just want
Yeah,
to see how that. Plus, they want to see how that's done. How do you make that? You know,
right. And those are the
that's what a
ones
lot
that
of.
I want to get in because I think they actually can do art. They just don't know it.
Well, there's a lot of people like that.
So that's what
There's
I
a
want.
lot. There's a lot of people like that.
Yep,
Because I've taught people who thought that they couldn't draw stick figures, and I said, "You might
exactly.
not can draw a stick figure, but I can teach you how to paint." And they're like, "What? No way!" And then until they try it, and then they go, "Well, okay then." You know what I mean? They're
Yep,
surprised that they can do it, but I'm not surprised they can do it. You know, it's like everything else. The more you practice, the better you get.
true.
This is a real careful part of the flower. Be real careful over here. So the leaves and leaves. And I gotta figure out. I gotta put the gold
Thank
in
you
the
for the
middle.
likes, you guys. Mama Dawn, I did not know I could paint at all. I was so surprised. Isn't it neat? Just love that.
Hold on. I'll make sure where I'm at here. Okay. There we go. Because I had to put that white on here, there's no way I could be doing this right here right now.
I'm going to try and take some of this red off, and I'm afraid I'm going to mess him up.
It's your world, girl. You're creating it. You can fix it.
I just don't want to ruin him.
Now, you won't ruin him. It just look a little different.
That's why I need to fix him. He looks too different.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any leaves. I want to get all the leaves done first and then come back later and everything else. Should be one right here. These leaves are in the background. These are the leaves that go to this flower right here.
So if you guys are wondering, what I'm doing over here is I'm trying to fix his little comb looking thing. And so I'm putting gray around it because it got really big, like a dunce cap on my Cardinal. And so I want to narrow it down and kind of give it a different shape. And so that's what I'm trying to do. But as I started adding the gray, I kind of like the look with the gray behind the red. So I'm going to go ahead and dab some other grays in there. And that's how my treasure boxes and all my art progress is. I try and fix something with some way to do it, and then it leads me to background color or something else. So go ahead, don't be afraid. Let yourself explore and experiment. I'm not saying this is going to work. I'm just saying it might.
Well, sometimes
I
you
feel that.
make a mistake. Sometimes you make a mistake and you come back, it ends up being twice as good as what you thought it might be.
True. Some days I
You
can
just
paint and
don't know.
others I absolutely cannot. Talent comes and goes. Absolutely. Shannon, Sherry and I were talking about just that the other day. It's like I walked in to the studio, I've been in there for hours, and it's like, I think I just got paint on my face. Anyway, I walked out going, what? I think I can paint? It's like I've never held a brush before in my life. So those are the days you just walk out and go have a cup of tea. Don't worry about it. Come back later and deal with it.
Flower. Got one over here. I forgot totally about because I covered it up with paint.
I can't hardly hear you there, Randall.
I forgot about this one because it was covered up with paint. You remember I put that blue paint on here to start with?
Right?
So I forgot that I covered it up because I was looking at this limb. There's a limb right here and two limbs here. And I'm looking, there's no leaves on the other side of that limb. So I said, that looks kind of weird. I don't think that's right. So I got a closer look. Oh, yeah, I covered them up. I remember now.
I love your leaves.
I love them when I get them highlighted. That's what I
Well, I can see where you're going with it.
Yeah, at least you can, yeah, you can kind of tell what's going on here a little bit. I think that's a leaf too. There's a lot of leaves out here. There's a lot more leaves on this picture of this drawing than I thought it was. I didn't think it was this many, but here you are. Being awful quiet there, Melanie. You hear me? Say.
Hey, have you seen where they do like 10-minute painting where they all sit where you can't see the other person and one person says what it is they have to paint, and then they all have 10 minutes to paint it in whatever style they want. Have you ever seen
No,
those?
I've never
They
seen that.
look so fun.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be interesting for sure.
We should get a few
Unless you're
people and do that.
unless you're not a good painter, then that could be really bad.
Right?
For the person who's trying to paint good, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to embarrass anybody or anything like that if that's not what their thing. You know what I mean? Because some
Well,
people have their thing and some people don't. That's the only thing
well,
about
then
that.
they shouldn't. Then they probably just, would just do it for the fun of it.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, it's all for the fun of it anyway.
Mhm.
It's mostly fun. That's why I do it.
Yeah, and I mean, besides, it's like that one guy who taped a banana to the wall or whatever and called it art and sold.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look at Andy Warhol. He painted a Campbell soup can.
Right?
That thing's yeah. Come on. You know it's supposed to rain.
I'm aware,
Okay.
but she needs to go out.
Well, gotta make that way a lot bigger because that's the big. These two flowers are really big. This one will be small. I gotta make a couple more limbs.
All your painting is done in 10 minutes. I know. That's what's amazing. You could be like Shannon. You could be like one of those street painter people. They say, tell them you want the ocean, you want the mountain, or you want that. And then they tell you, and you're just like, boom, there you are.
What are you talking about?
Shannon, how fast she paints.
Well, that's because she already has in her mind exactly what she wants to do. Probably.
That's because her time is so limited. She knows the littles are going to wake up.
Right. Well, they won't be little for long.
I know.
Well, you know what? They're going to be big and grown and leaving home. That's how that works.
I can't believe how fast that goes.
Either. You don't think it's fast when it's happening, but after it's done, you're like, what the heck happened?
Right?
They're grown, gone, and here I am. What's happening here? You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you guys are coming in with your paints. Because we are. Okay, so here is my cardinal so far on top of its little Virginia symbol.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Looks cool. Yeah, looks good. See, you ain't messing up with that.
It's a start. It's a
What you
start.
think? Here's what I figured out. What you say is messed up is you generally not messed up.
True. That's true.
Like to you, I understand. I understand to you it is. I understand that part.
Right.
You know what I mean? To you it is. So I've had the same thing happen to me, but it ain't like it can't be fixed. That's the thing though.
True. Absolutely.
All right. Man, we're making progress here. I'm digging this. Now, if I can do the limbs without making a mess, that's gonna be the hard part. And the blue around the flowers.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's when the flowers gonna jump out at you. You know what I mean?
I do.
Because then you're gonna be able to tell, oh, there's flowers there. So after you do this thing, what you gonna do? What's next week's agenda as far as painting goes? Treasure boxes.
I haven't thought that far ahead. Sadly.
I was just wondering. I thought in case you knew, you let everybody know who follows you.
Are you going to go get a little box?
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
My problem is I work all the time. If I had time to sit at home, I would probably do that. That's
I
kind of hard for me to do.
imagine when you retire, you're going to be into everything.
You know it, girl. I'll be painting my boat behind off,
Yep.
which I kind of do now already.
Right?
They're like, what? I see, I painted 3 paintings last week and worked out and a full time job. I see, yeah, man, that's how I roll. Yeah, if I don't want to paint, then I'll go insane. Because I've used it for stress therapy my whole life, just about. You know what I mean?
Yes. So cool.
There's a lot, way too blue. I'm about to come back with some more white to thin this out. I got this blue paint so thin, it's almost like watercolor. It don't matter if it touches the green, because what happens when blue touches green? It turns green.
That's right.
Or black, but don't use too much of it. I think I'll do the outline of the flower and then come back with some white to thin out the blue. So that way at least you can see the flower good, you know?
Yep.
I always come back with white and thin out that blue since I use oil paint. I'm not stymied by time when I do this. I can put this down, go eat lunch, take a shower, take a nap, come back, still be wet. But you already know that. You were taught that, right? You were taught oil, right? Well,
I was taught what?
oil. That's how you was taught to paint. No, wasn't you?
Yes. Yes, I was. I
So
love
you
oil
know what it's
paints.
like. You
I
got
love them,
plenty of time.
but I just,
You got a love hate relationship with them. That's what that is.
I do. I really do. Because I like to
That's
finish
normal.
faster than they want to finish.
Yeah, you don't want to sit around and say, "Hey, what's going on? I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go."
Correct.
But I think you probably could because you only stay on like an hour at a time. So, you get plenty of time. I stay on for like 3 hours
Don't
at a
time
time.
shame me, man. I
You
don't
hear what
paint
I
like
said?
4 hours at a time like you.
I paint normally about 2 hours and 45 minutes or 3 hours mostly. Last night I painted a lot because I was wanting to get that flower thing done
Right?
because there was a lot to it, you know. I was trying to get it done because it's, man, when you're getting you get in a zone when you're painting and you don't want to stop because
That's true.
you're doing well and you know you're doing well, but if you stop and start again tomorrow, you might not be in that zone.
That's right. You got to seize the day.
Right? Because I've seen times where I painted one thing really great, and then I go back and I go, what happened? I can't do it now. What's going on here?
Exactly.
So I had to stop again and wait till I get back in that zone. Until I'm feeling it. Well, I tell people when I'm feeling it. I don't feel it, you know. People go, what? I'm like, yeah, man. You'll get it. Start painting, you'll understand.
Yep.
It just takes a little time to figure it out. That's all. All right, let's go around this way. I'm outlining this big flower right here. So you can
And
see.
what I'm doing is just taking, it's actually a nail tool, one of those little daughters, and I'm just running it, dipping it in unicorn spit and running it underneath the branch, not all the way, but just in some areas where I think a darker shadow might be.
Plus, I have to come back and blend this paint too.
Yeah.
It's got a sketchy look to it, but you know, once you blend it, it won't look like that. Can you see the thing of the flower now?
Let me
The
see.
outline of the flower right here.
I can barely see it. Oh yes.
Yeah, I got the outline going.
That's gonna be awesome.
It'll be okay unless I don't. Unless I've been known to mess up, so I don't get the big head when it comes to painting. I'm here to tell you.
Right.
Go from great to awful in a heartbeat. That's how that goes. And you know what I mean.
I do.
Because I got to come in with one like this. Like this.
So in putting in the shadows, I want to go ahead and give the little bird definition, like he's 3D. So I want to put some highlights on him, shadow his underbelly, and then also shadow down under where he's sitting on the branch. That branch should probably be shadowed as well. So those are the things I'm thinking right now. Well, Randall, I am really glad that we met on TikTok and that that was just so cool because we are like-minded as far as
Right.
artists, and the goals and things like that. And we do share the love of painting and oil paint, so that's cool. And you're willing to try anything, so that's very good.
I'm not afraid when it comes to art.
Nope.
I'll try just about anything. That blue flower should show you that by itself. Blue flower
I'm
plate,
proud of
yeah.
you.
Man, whenever I hit that thing with that blue and all it did was make a splotch, I knew I was in trouble right there. My God, Melody, it's her fault. Look at this.
I hit something like that every time I'm doing anything, any creation.
Right.
I always end up with
So
some.
now
That's
you see
right.
what it looks like now, right? You see what it looks like
Right.
now?
See, it's
See, if
beautiful.
it wasn't for you, it wouldn't look that good.
It's so pretty. That's not true. I know that's
It
not
is
true.
true. Because if you hadn't got me to do it, it wouldn't be there.
Well, that might be true.
Because there's odds I probably wouldn't have done the flower. I'd have done
Right?
something else. But the flower looks really nice.
It is. It's really nice. It's so
Man, I
pretty.
went to a lot of work to get that there. I was like, holy crap, look at that. Turned out okay. A lot better than I thought it would. I can tell you that right now.
I love it. It's very, very nice.
Thank you. And people who aren't artists, who are even are, it's important to comment on your fellow artist's work.
Good point. Yep.
It just is. It's important. It helps them. It inspires them. It does a lot of good things, when it comes to artists.
Yeah, it really does.
Anybody who's artists will understand that. They know what I'm talking about. Well, most of them. I'm not saying that we're all the same. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Well, I know that on Friday, I am going to have something called Finishing Friday. And I have 7 7 boxes that I have to either resin or finish somehow so I can put them all together and call them done. So I will be
I have the same issue, but mine are not boxes. What mine are is I never paint the edges. I hate painting edges.
Everybody has their nemesis.
I'm like, no, that's like you almost everybody. Look, see this painting over here. Look at it. See this painting?
Yes.
Okay. See the edge?
Yes.
The edges have been painted. See?
Yep.
Hasn't been painted. That one has. No. Because I, like, what was it, last week, I painted 4 edges on 4 different paintings because I was so far behind on painting the edges.
Yep, I know. It
And
piles
one
up
of,
because you don't want to do it.
right. And then like, I got a wedding to go to, and one of the ones I didn't paint the edges on was that. And I said, I got to get this done.
Well,
I can't,
there's one artist that paints all of their edges black and then just stacks up the canvases, and then when they're ready to paint, they just paint and their edges are done. But to me, it's like you'd have to paint them black again, you
you know what that's
know?
called, though, if you paint them all black like that? You know what it's called?
What?
Laziness.
No judgment.
That's what it's called. That's exactly what it's called. Because you're supposed to paint how they match on the front of your picture.
Oh, that's how you do it, though.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be if you're going to hang it without a frame.
Unless it's
You know what I mean?
black.
Well, if the whole picture's black, but usually who paints whole pictures all black? Nobody. Not even me, and I
No,
like black.
I guess
I
to
like
each
black, and I don't even do that. You know what I mean?
see, and I've got some that are white, some that are black, and some that I just keep painting around the edge. And I like that the best, where you just use the
Yeah.
edge as part of your canvas and carry the
Yeah,
picture around the side.
that's what I do on mine.
Yeah, I
But
like
look,
that.
like well, that was kind of purple because the whole thing's purple, so I didn't bother with doing the edges on that one. But I did do the edges on the one I'm giving away as a wedding present.
Yeah,
Because I got blue sky, a quarter way down, then green trees on the edges and water at the bottom. So there's a lot of different colors that I had to mix in. Because if
right.
you did black all the way around, that just would look crappy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would.
They would look at you like, man, you're being kind of lazy, man. Understand? But they know me. They know my work. You know what I mean?
Right.
They bought several of my pieces, so they would know I was being just a lazy bum.
That's funny.
They'd go, what is this crap? So they'd call, they'd tell me more real quick. Like, they ain't shy about doing that.
That's
You know what I
funny.
mean? They will tell you quickly if they ain't digging something. One time I was doing a painting and it was nowhere near finished. And they thought I was done. They said, what is this? You been drinking?
Oh,
I said, no, I ain't been drinking. Why? They said, that don't look right. I said, it ain't done. What do you want from me? I'm like a halfway
right.
finished with it. What's wrong with you people? Chill out.
That's
You'll be all
funny.
right. Take a chill pill. We'll be okay. Don't worry. That's not where it's going to be in a minute. Just give me a minute, okay? This is not a rushed thing. This is a I'm done when I'm done kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like people that try to rush me. I tell them like it is. I said, if you're going to try to rush me, I won't do it for you. Get somebody else to do it.
I used to paint commissions, um, mostly because it was good money,
Right.
but I I didn't like the stress that came along with it, and it just kind of stole my joy. So I don't do that anymore. I just because I guess I really don't have to. If I had to, I probably would, but I
Right.
don't. Not yet.
Well, that's a
So
blessing. That's it.
it is. It's a real blessing. So I can just paint for the joy of it, and that's really what my purpose is, I think, is just to help others find out that, hey, you know what? They are artists. They just don't know it yet.
That's
Everybody
true.
can do this. And it's
I
such,
agree. I agree. I agree 100% with you.
yeah, I mean, it's just such a
Yeah.
beautiful, peaceful hobby, you know?
But it's a keep people from going insane hobby. I know that. It's just kept me from going crazy all these years. You know,
Right.
I, I had a very stressful, hard job. You know,
Yeah,
if it
and what a
wasn't for that,
beautiful way, what a beautiful way to unwind.
right? It's fun. It's differently fun. You know, it's a lot of fun.
And then you end up with something that you can give to someone or sell or whatever, or just hang
Well,
on your
what
wall.
happens is they see it Like before I even told anybody I was painting, somebody came down. My friend came to visit, and I had like
Right.
seven paintings laying. I had like seven paintings laying around the living room. He said, "Man, did you go on a buying spree?" I said, "No, man. Why?" He goes, "You got all these paintings here. How much are they?" I said, "Man, I did those paintings." He said, "Get out of here." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you need to quit having these paintings and turn them loose. Free these
Right.
paintings. Somebody will want them. I promise you." He said, "I want one right now." I was like,
Right.
"What?" And
That's
that was kind of
cool.
a shocker. That kind of surprised me. You know what I mean? Well, the first time anybody said, "Oh man, that is so good,"
Yeah, isn't
I
that
didn't.
neat?
But you hear it and then you kind of don't believe it, sort of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then you're like, "Oh no, maybe he was like high or something."
Just
I don't
being
know. Who
nice.
knows? Right. And so then when somebody else says it, you're like, "Oh, there might be something to this."
Yeah.
You know. Now you can make out the flowers a little bit. See them a little bit anyway.
Yes. Yes, I can. I see them coming up.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long
Thank
time
you
for
for
they
the
though.
likes, you guys.
See that.
Oh, thank you. Look how beautiful that he paints so fast. Randall, you paint so fast.
Yeah, I've been trying to slow down because I had friends tell me that. Man, you paint too fast. I said, "What do you mean?"
Well, you don't paint too fast. You just paint fast. You paint whichever way you need to. That's all. But compared to me, I'm like slow. I'm molasses slow. But that's okay. I'm happy with that.
Everybody has their own thing, you know, their own speed, their own way they do things.
Yeah,
Nothing,
exactly. And
nothing
I
wrong with
think
that.
that's
Nothing wrong.
that's usually the thing that keeps people from painting. It seems like they're afraid they're going to do it wrong, use the wrong brush, the wrong paint, the wrong whatever. And the truth is, you really
There
can't
is
do
no
it
wrong.
wrong. Just do it and
Right.
figure it
You
out on
do
your own. Figure it as you go.
you do
Watch YouTube, do something, but
you do
don't
it your
be
way.
afraid of it.
You do it your way. And then and you like
Exactly.
when I was learning, I was watching all the really good artists, and I was like taking a little bit from this guy, take a little bit from that guy, a little bit from that lady, and then then I did my own thing after that. Just
Yep.
take little tips they gave, which were great tips, and then just
That's
kind
why
of
I
made it
like going into people's lives that are doing art because you can always learn something. Always,
right.
you know?
They always know something you don't, and you know something they don't. That's how that works.
Exactly. So if Shannon, let's see, me either, me, not you, you are awesome. I don't even know what's going on there. Someone's
Oh,
having a
really?
conversation.
Well,
So what box should we do, guys, next week? What treasure box?
Melody is a wonderful artist. She paints really good.
Or what?
You're a wonderful artist. You paint really well.
Aw, thank you.
You want to? If you don't believe me, go look at some of her work on her page. She will blow your mind.
Well, I
She's
have to say,
she's,
I do
she's
have a
that
couple
good.
pieces that I really like, but I also have to say that I think I
Oh,
should
that's
should
because you're an
stick with
artist.
my paintings a little bit longer rather than trying to hurry and finish. I think I should go a little farther on them.
You know what part of that is too, right?
Yeah,
Because you're an artist. An artist never like their stuff,
that's true.
but they always think it can be better. That's how I am. I always
Yeah.
think it can be better. You know,
Well, I'm going to
always
try
think,
this silver marker and see if I can get Virginia written down in there.
I look at it and go, man, I don't look like this. Some people say, "Oh, no, it's wonderful." I'm like, nah. It's like when I did the waterfall. Everybody said, "Oh, that waterfall looks great," and I was like, "No, it looks terrible. I ain't done nothing to
Right?
it." Then when I come back and change it, people go, "Oh, okay, I see. I get it." You know, I see things sometimes other people can't see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so I tried the marker for the Virginia thing, and it's just too thick. Too thick.
Thin it out. On the marker.
Yeah. So I have another one, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if this little baby will work. And
Is that like a
that's
paint pen? Because I have paint pens. Is that like a paint pen?
yeah. Yeah, it is.
I got oil paint pens.
That's cool. Have you ever tried oil pastels?
No, but I heard about them.
I've got some.
They're a really soft color.
They are. I got the metallic.
I looked at them. They're really soft.
They're fun. They're fun to work with. You feel like you're working with pastels, but then it's oily. So it's kind of cool.
Right.
And very messy.
And they're messy, right?
Yes, sir, they are.
I wouldn't know how it actually was messy. The flowers was, I couldn't believe when I was doing the flowers, and my hands were like black. I'm like, what is this?
I saw that.
My hands don't never get that dirty. And I'm like, good grief, look at this.
I know.
Couldn't believe it. I was like, this is crazy. I can do a whole landscape, never get no paint, very little paint on my hands. And then I did that flower paint, and every time I touched the paintbrush to do anything on the flowers, they would turn dark blue. I was like, what is? And then I washed the brushes off. I thought maybe I'm getting paint on the brushes, and that didn't make the difference either. I still got it all of myself.
Yeah. I was watching you when you were saying about that.
I was like, man, this is crazy here, man. Whew. It's coming along. Once I blend all this blue, it's gonna look not bad. Got to do the trees and all that. You know?
Yep. And you know, I'm envying your leaves. So pretty.
Well, they'll look good when I highlight them, that's for sure. I'm not crazy about them right now, but I picked them to do some trees. Because, you know, I can't go very far long without doing a tree.
Right.
That's my thing, man. I love trees, and I love doing trees, and I love doing water. And bushes.
I love doing water.
Yeah, water is like one of my favorite things. If you notice, there's not hardly a paint. I don't have a paint that don't have water in it.
Right.
I think everything I have has water in it. That's because water is just cool. You know? I love doing. I've been around it my whole life. Without it, you couldn't live. So there you go. Where is the brush? I gotta find my trusty fan brush so I can do some trees. I'm probably gonna cover up half of them leaves up here, more than likely. Probably. Hang on, let me put some more grass out here too. Looks kind of weird stopping right here at the lattice. You know what I mean? It's got to go on back here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. I got 3 brushes that broke. 3.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
You see it?
No.
It broke.
Aw.
See
How hard were you painting?
Yeah, here you go. Look. See? Look, Melanie. Look.
Oh, the tips come off.
They just broke right off. They just broke right off. I mean, they're gone, man. I mean, history. Yeah. One of them fell inside my gas. I probably save it. And then super glue it back on, maybe. I don't know. Where is my fan brush? Yeah, everything here but my fan brush.
That's unusual.
Well, my favorite fan. I got lots of fan brushes, but I like one particular one that I use all the time.
Yep. I have favorite brushes too.
Yeah. Here it is. My favorite. Now we're gonna do a tree or two. I'm tired of tedious for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna have to cover some of these leaves up.
So let me just explain what I'm doing for anybody that may be still watching. I tried to use this PBO relief pen for my lettering on Virginia, and I have it on a gray background, so it's not standing out very well. So I want to kind of put a black color behind some of the Virginia and clean up the lettering a little bit. And if it turns out where I can't clean up that lettering, I'm just going to scrape it off and figure something else out. That's where I'm at right now.
I want some stencils. I need to get some stencils so I can do stuff like that.
I just printed out a picture. I took a picture, a screenshot on the Virginia Beach or the Virginia site, and then I just printed it and then used that transfer paper, copy paper, whatever it's called.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Carbon paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, so if you don't have a stencil, that works pretty cool, but.
Now, you can go get a stencil pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I'll probably do. If I got a printer, though, I can print stuff out if I want to. You know? And now I'm painting the sides of this one as I'm going. So I ain't got to come back later.
Oh, there you
part
go.
about that, the only place you can touch it's on the bottom where there's no where you can't paint. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's inside the tray of the easel. Right there. This a little bit. Not the prettiest tree in the world, but we'll see. Bring this up a little bit. This right here is gonna have the flowers on it.
I think painting's kind of cool because it's kind of like you're involved in a real life puzzle trying to figure out how to make things work. You know, how to make it look like it's set back or set forward, or it's just
Right.
it's interesting.
Well, it's your own world. You know how to make
Yes.
it look real. My gig is I want it, whatever I do to look real. Like you can walk out in the woods and see exactly what I've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm about. But not everybody's like that. Everybody likes different things. You know?
That's true.
That's true. I think that tree needs to be a lot darker. So I'm gonna come back with white right now and try to highlight this tree. If that's white, I don't have blue in. You know what I mean? It's always a chore. Get the right highlight color. That's not bad. Not great. I can live with it. That's what I'm usually about. It's not that it's right exactly what I want. It's usually I can live with that color. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Don't have to be perfect, but can I live with that? Can I live with that color? And a lot of times I'm like, what? No. Another time
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Ain't perfect, but that's all right. Nobody's perfect. I hope some of you guys got a. Hope some of you guys are painting, man. Hope y'all got a paintbrush out there and they're like, oh yeah, that's how you do a tree. That's how you do a cardinal. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but now look at that. You know, and it helps. It helps people. You know, I love helping people learn more about art, whatever it is.
Me too.
matter what kind of art you're doing. As long as you enjoy doing it and you make progress. And you like making progress is in what you think, not what anybody else thinks.
That's a fact. Art is really personal.
It is. Because you're pulling creativity from inside. So that's what makes it so different. You know?
Yep. All right, so I'm going to stop here because my Virginia thing is really
I knew
wet.
you was fixing to jump out. I knew you were fixing to abandon me right in the middle of my
I am.
Yeah, that's how you roll.
But look, you've got a long ways, and I know you're just going to keep painting, right? You're going to keep going live, are you?
Yeah, but I'll stop for a minute, take a break, and then I'll go back again.
Yeah, I definitely need a break. If I end up getting back to painting, I'll I'll pop in.
Okay.
But for right now, this is where I'm going to stop on the box because this relief paint is just too gooey and I keep moving it around.
Well,
but
part of it is you have an area to paint this big, right?
Right.
Melanie?
Yes.
Places, and I got a canvas this big. So I have a lot more to cover than you run out of room, and it's wet, like you say. And if you keep going, you'll have mush.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I feel you. Because I'm just messing with you about stopping. You know that.
No, I do know. So,
Just playing around.
well, you have a good day, Randall. Thank you so much for coming in and doing this with me and co-hosting. It was fun.
Thanks for inviting me. It's a blast. I had such a good time. I love it.
So did I, and it was nice not having to text because I'm not a fast texter.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, hold on. Don't go nowhere yet. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Hang on 1 second.
It's nicotine gum.
Look straight ahead.
So what?
So hold on. Just hang on a second. Something I want to do real quick. Come on, phone. Here we go.
Mama's on his bag. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now
Hold
my
on.
day is...
Hold on. Don't
my
leave.
day is complete. I appreciate everybody coming in, and thank you, Randall. I love my floral headband. It's beautiful. I need to get one. And keep working on your treasure boxes if you have them. If you don't, go get them. Get some unicorn spit. It's fun. Thank you, Randall, Paintings by Randall, for joining us today. And love and light to everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Melanie, for inviting me. Thank you.
Bye, Randall. Thank you for coming in. It was great.
Oh, yeah. I had a blast. Bye.
Bye.